In episode 8 of the Corsair build, I'm going to lay the foundations for the chipping, paint the camouflage color, and add a few markings. Stay tuned! How is it going, mates? Let's start this painting process with the primer. As usual, I will use Mr. Surfacer 1500 Black. Most of the tools and materials I use you can find linked in the description. This primer will give me nice adhesion to the plastic, and also it's going to be a good foundation for the silver that's coming next. For the silver I chose LP11 from Tamiya. This is a very nice lacquer paint which has a tough finish and very decent metallic properties. I'm going to apply the metallic on heavy traffic areas and in general where I want to do some chipping later. Also I'm going to add some silver where the various lights are. After I applied the silver, it was time for a coat of hairspray, which of course I sprayed with my airbrush. And after I masked the lights, I went ahead and I used my set of interior colors for US aircraft from Mr. Hobby to apply a layer of yellow zinc chromate on several areas, because I will do 3-layer chipping in the next episode. Now, allow me to tell you about my Patreon page. If you choose to support the channel on Patreon for only $1 a month, you will get early access to my videos and you can watch them ads free. Also, I post updates of my current builds every other day. Furthermore, you can have high resolution wallpapers with the finished models. And on top of that, you will get a discount for my merchandise. Once again, for only $1 a month. The link of my Patreon page is in the description. I applied another layer of hairspray and then I went over everything with another layer of Mr. Surfacer 1500 Black. This is because in the next step I am going to do some marbling. And this is going to be done with a lighter shade of blue than the main color of the aircraft. I try to be as random as possible. On the upper surfaces, I decided to add more of the lighter blue to give appearance of more faded paint. Same went for the underside of the tips of the wings because they stay folded on the deck, so they get more sun than the upper halves. For the main camouflage color, I used a heavily diluted glossy sea blue, and I applied many layers so I can see what opacity I have after each layer and decide whether to put one more or not. Here you can see how I built the opacity on the fuselage layer after layer, and I think I put about 4 or 5 layers in total. The idea is that we need just a hint of the marbling that we applied on the airframe earlier. Also, as you can see, I am avoiding the fabric covered surfaces because in just a second I will start painting those in lighter shade of the base color. And after some masking, which took me half a day, I added some white to the base color and again in light layers applied it over the fabric surfaces on the wings and on the tail planes. Here I would like to express my gratitude to the people supporting the channel on Patreon. Your support is very important and I hope you enjoy being a patron. I always enjoy removing the masking, although it's always risky business. But anyways, here we have a slight difference between the main color and the fabric surfaces. I'm not sure if this is the correct amount of difference, but it's not that big of a deal because we'll have some weathering after this and it will get muted anyways. After some more masking, I will paint the markings on the airplane. And if you want to know how you can make such stencils by yourself, visit the link in the description or in your upper right corner and watch my tutorial on how to make your own stencils. Here again I try to be random so I can get some tonal variation. For the walkways I started with some flat black paint from Mr. Hobby. Then I added some white to it so I can do some variation and simulate some wear on these walkways. And then I added some more white so I can give some more variation and make them look more interesting. In the next episode I will be weathering the model, so make sure you don't miss it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button and make sure you allow notifications on your device. Thank you for watching until the end of the video and until next time, happy modeling!